Hello, my name is Brittany Walker Craig, and today I will be discussing a new strategic plan incorporating plant based diet alternatives. This plan is geared towards elementary schools in Texas and will be aimed to launch for the upcoming 2019 to 2020 school year. The agenda for covering the following topics are the overview, target audience, goals, policy formulation, program identification, and summary for incorporating plant-based diet alternatives. Childhood obesity is at an all-time high, consuming 13.9 million children in the United States. Among elementary school students ages 6 to 11, 18.4% are obese, with 22% representing the Black ethnic group and 25.8% representing the Hispanic ethnic group. Many factors contribute to the rise of obesity, such as socioeconomical status, lack of physical activity, insufficient education, cultural trends, perceived norms, but the most important factor is the deficiency of a healthy and nutritious diet. A study led by D. Michael Macnin researched obese children who were divided into two groups and either fed a low fat, no oil vegan diet or the American Heart Association recommended diet. Although both groups lost weight, the children eating the vegan diet, however, also showed significant improvements in systolic blood pressure, body mass index, total cholesterol, total low density lipoprotein, LDL, long referred to as bad cholesterol, C reactive protein, another marker of inflammation, and insulin levels compared to their baseline. Though in a school setting, physical activity is promoted for a minimum of 60 minutes every day, just eating a diet free of toxins and potential health disparities can lead to lower obesity rates, a healthy lifestyle, and a longer lifespan. Students classified at a school age level are middle childhood, ages 5 to 11, are elementary school children. In elementary school, the children are in a prime time with development of eating behaviors, feeding skills, and most importantly, development of their physical, cognitive, emotional, and social growth. Receiving a minimum of 8 hours of sleep, participating in a minimum of 60 minutes of physical activity, and spending less than 2 hours in front of a television, computer, or phone screen are important daily factors to practicing healthy behaviors. But nutrition education and examples of healthy eating from parents, caregivers, siblings, and teachers will be the primary guidance in achieving optimal health. During this particular life cycle, sufficient nutrition continues to contribute to a vital role in encouraging these students to achieve his or her full capacity for health, growth, and development. The health and nutrient needs for elementary students requires to eat breakfast each morning along with small meals, snacks, vegetables, and fruit daily through a variety of foods. A minimum of 1,360 calories daily or up to 2,173 calories based on the child's activity, including whole grains, green leafy vegetables daily, and excluding high sugary food and drink items. Despite the health benefits of fruits and vegetables, children still do not eat the recommended amounts. There is evidence that peer pressure and influences deter the elementary children from eating fruits and vegetables. However, there is less evidence documenting the impact of conventional marketing techniques in increasing fruit and vegetable selection among children. Factors such as peer pressure, television, and media outlet encourages to eat foods, snacks, and beverages that are nutrient dense, high in sugar, high in fat, and high in sodium. It is essential for the elementary children to receive a daily amount of 0.95 grams of protein, 8 to 10 milligrams of iron, 5 to 8 milligrams of zinc, 800 to 1300 milligrams of calcium, 25 to 31 grams of fiber, 200 to 400 IU of vitamin D, 10 to 12 grams of linoleic acid, zero point 0.9 to 1.2 grams of alpha linoleic acid, and under 200 milligrams of cholesterol. An increase in body fat occurs with this life cycle as the body prepares for an adolescent growth spurt or may be subjected to BMI rebound. Drinking lots of water and only 100% fresh juice, while decreasing the trans and saturated fat intake, will aid in prevention of childhood obesity. Incorporating alternative dietary options is a chance for the students to exercise a different approach to eating nutritiously while still preventing the onset of obesity and other chronic illnesses. Fresh fruits and vegetables are organic and lack any preservatives or additives that may be genetically modified or deficient in the nutrients needed in an elementary child's diet. The goals set for this plan are to introduce a plant-based diet by serving at least one vegan meal for breakfast and lunch daily, to educate on the quality of produce by utilizing fresh fruits and vegetables for all meals to elementary school children. Collaborating with local farm to market sectors will be a significant boost in modeling positive eating habits, giving the elementary children other options that are beneficial to expanding their lifespan is crucial so that he or she have a variety of choices to profit from. As the number of obese children with high cholesterol continues to grow, we need to have effective lifestyle modifications to help them reverse their risk factors for chronic diseases. We've known that plant-based diets are beneficial in adults in preventing and possibly reversing diseases, but due to recent studies, this is also true in children too. There is a new policy and an existing policy that will align with incorporating plant-based diet alternatives in the elementary school setting. The new policy is the Plant-Based Diet Alternative PBD 0813 in 2018, which states that a minimum of one plant-based meal must be offered during breakfast and for lunch in order to not only provide a variety of healthy and nutritious options, but also accommodate students who have special dietary needs outside of the standard schools district's food menus. The incorporation of providing fresh fruits and vegetables in the elementary school supports the existing policy Farm to School SB 1027 in 2009, which establishes the Interagency Farm to School Coordination Task Force and requires it to develop and implement a plan to facilitate the availability of locally grown food products in public schools. This policy has the responsibility of designing or updating nutrition or food education resources for schools, expanding food-focused experiential education programs, offer assistance in identifying funding sources and grants that allow schools to recover the costs associated with purchasing locally grown food, and develop a database of locally grown food products, identify or design available training programs to enable local farmers to market their products to schools. The stakeholders that are associated with the policies are students, parents, and or family members, teachers, principals, and or school administrators, the Child Nutrition Department staff, Sodexo employees, farmers, Texas State Board of Education, and the state legislator. Once the schools have sought interest in the policies, it is up to the principal and school administrators to approve whether the policies will be beneficial at the elementary school level. After the administrator's approval, the policies will need to be accepted by the Texas State Board of Education and governed by the state legislator. The teachers, farmers, and the Child Nutrition Department will be the heart of the policy. It is up to the teachers and Child Nutrition Department to instruct and execute the policies after the policies have been endorsed by the Texas State Board of Education and the state legislator. Health and nutrition education teachers will need to take a webinar course as a refresher on how to instruct their students on plant-based diets and the importance of fresh fruits and vegetables. The entire Child Nutrition Department will undergo training as they will be instrumental to enforcing these new policies. The Child Nutrition Director will provide initial training to the chefs, Sodexo employees, which consist of prep cooks, line cooks, and chefs, and all of the nutrition and cafeteria managers. This training will be for 5 full 8-hour days and includes recipe creation, menu development, food handling, and standard plant-based curriculum. According to the Houston Independent School District, there are 5 chefs employed who develop the menus and provide recipes to a facility for scratch food to be made by kitchen employees and contractors. Sodexo is a contracted company that provides 80% of the meals from scratch for the elementary schools in Texas. It is vital that the contracted employees assigned to the elementary schools are aware of these policies and act accordingly to execute plant based meals with fresh fruits and vegetables. The managers and supervisors will go to their designated elementary school and train their cashiers and cafeteria staff members the food handling, standard plant based curriculum, and recipe knowledge training modules. This interactive training will be for 3 days, 4-hour sessions, 2 weeks before the school year begins. Any new employees will receive their training during orientation and onboarding. The policies will be promoted throughout the elementary school and on their media outlets. Taste tests will be given once a week until all recipes created have been tested among the school age children. This will introduce the elementary students to different methods of eating healthy without the fear or doubt to purchase the meals without knowing what they will be consuming. The students and parents will be educated on the incentives of a plant based diet with fresh fruits and vegetables. Students will have the availability to bring home material to inspire the family and potentially integrate the diet into their daily lives. The farmers will deliver the resources to implement both policies by distributing the fresh fruit and vegetables to both the elementary schools and suggested Sodexo locations. The child nutrition manager and or supervisor will receive the food and check the supply like any other inventory outlet. One of the resources that will be provided from the farmers is a list of what is in season and what food items are available for purchase. Fun facts to give the elementary students is provided in order to maintain educational material. The farmers work hand in hand with the child nutrition director to receive the adequate grants and funding to supply the fresh fruits and vegetables, which will aid in decreasing the school's budget with the nutrition department. Anticipated changes with the new implemented policies are prevention and or decrease the rate of childhood obesity, change negative eating behaviors, development of in-depth nutrition education to gain knowledge, utilize the instruction to improve health practices, spread awareness for alternative dietary options, the ability to make healthier choices, and promote life longevity. These changes will be beneficial and contribute positively to the elementary meal programs. Expected obstacles and our cons are cost, rejection of policy, proposal from the state legislator, training for teachers and nutrition department staff, keeping the students interested, having available inventory, and creativity for menu development. These barriers can be resolved if program development, time management, and dedicated personnel is executed effectively and efficiently. Costs can be covered through the grants and funding mentioned with the farm to school policy and manipulating ingredients in house to create plant based recipes. Other groups that are allied to the two policies are Eat Right, partnered with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, formerly the American Dietetic Association, and the American Medical Association. Both groups promote plant based diets, and the use of fresh fruits and vegetables should be incorporated into a school setting. According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, it is the position of the American Dietetic Association that appropriately planned vegetarian diets, including total vegetarian or vegan diets, are healthful, nutritionally adequate, and may provide health benefits in the prevention and treatment of certain diseases. Well planned vegetarian or vegan diets are appropriate for individuals during all stages of the life cycle, including pregnancy, lactation, infancy, childhood, and adolescence, and for athletes. Elementary schools are being encouraged to have the availability for multiple diet standards. The American Medical Association has a policy H-150.944 combating obesity and health disparities. This group's policy supports the policies associated with this plan because the AMA supports efforts to reduce health disparities by basing food assistance programs on the health needs of their constituents, provide vegetables, fruits, legumes, grains, vegan and vegetarian foods, and healthful non dairy beverages in school lunches and food assistance programs, and ensure that federal subsidies encourage the consumption of products low in fat and cholesterol. AMA's policy is geared towards school meal programs, which aligns effortlessly with the proposed policies of this plan. The programs that will reinforce the proposed policies are Meatless Mondays, Green Hearted Education, and the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable programs. Meatless Mondays highlights meatless dishes in order to spark interest and passion with vegan options in the school environment. The program demonstrates commitment to student health, teaches and promotes healthy eating habits, reduces environmental impact, and presents a leadership role in promoting sustainable food, meets the growing demand for plant based dishes, and fosters collaboration between students, teachers, and food service staff. Multiple companies participate in the Meatless Monday program, including the HISD's contracted partner, Sodexo. This program is a great start to the elementary schools week that will cooperate with the proposed policies. Meatless Monday's website provides recipes, implementation guides, and additional resources which can be demonstrated during the training of the Child Nutrition Department. The chefs have the opportunity to make their own creative meatless dishes if they opt out of the Meatless Monday stored recipe dictionary. For Monday and the remainder of the week, the Green Hearted and Fresh Fruit and Vegetables programs can be utilized. Green Hearted encourages vegan and vegetarian meals at school daily to be considered a green school. The program believes that the evidence is clear that eating meat and dairy products increases the risk of health problems such as obesity, heart disease, high blood pressure, cancers, diabetes, food poisoning, and more, and not just in adults. If we care about the children, our students, we must be willing to consider the evidence and do something. Green Hearted inspires local schools to offer breakfast and lunch with a plant based menu, eliminating chocolate milk, offering whole grains, reducing added sugar and salt, increasing fiber-based foods, labeling foods for different ethnic and or religious groups, and purchasing from locally grown produce. Locally grown produce complements the purpose of the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program. The Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program is a federally assisted program providing free fresh fruits and vegetables to children at eligible elementary schools during the school day, producing the goal to introduce children to fresh fruits and vegetables to include new and different varieties and to increase overall acceptance and consumption of fresh, unprocessed produce among children. The program encourages healthier school environments by promoting nutrition education outside of the breakfast and lunch meal periods. FFVP offers reimbursement for each elementary school student ranging $50 to $75 per year. This feature will aid in decreasing costs for implementation of the proposed plan. Elementary school children have the opportunity to rise above the childhood obesity epidemic through incorporating plant based diet alternatives. Overall, the policies and partner programs will support the improvement of nutrition in a school environment. Preparing a minimum of one vegan dish per meal periods with fresh fruits and vegetables throughout the school day is essential to sustaining the new and existing policies and goals for the proposed plan. I hope that this plan has been acknowledged, and I am willing to answer any questions or concerns through the comment section of the discussion. Thank you and have a great day.